Rip City, Portland, Oregon, the site for the Knicks. A polished game and a will to win. That's what R.J. Barrett brings to the table. His team will lean on his leadership as they assemble themselves for basketball at Moda Center. Knicks, Blazers, coming up next on 2K Sports. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Whiteside.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Blazers coach Terry Stotts had previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas, where he helped win the 2011 title, that he rejuvenated his career. Stotts wasn't sure he'd get another coaching opportunity, but after that, he said the stars aligned. Kevin, he's now in year 8 as head coach in Portland.
The players love him. Thank you, David. A lot of pace with these two teams, Doris. You were the primary ball handler when you played. What was your style?
Well, I think, the style that players want to play in, Kevin, are the fast-paced, open-floor styles, which really allows you to showcase, number one, if you're a skilled basketball player. Number two, you have great athleticism. Is speed your best attribute? To me, a free-flowing, fast-paced, sort of read and react system is the absolute ideal style.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Payton in at the point guard. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. Lillard lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And he can score from all at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Shot clock at 6. With the teardrop. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. He feeds it to Anthony. It's deflected. Now, here's Barrett. Defense is right there. Pass to Payton. Baseline try. Payton can't get that one to fall. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Here's Barrett after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Nurkic with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. Ariza outside. There's the pass to McCollum. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, quality floor recognition from Trevor Ariza. If a teammate is open, I promise you he will deliver.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Passes it to Randall to end the run. Rebounded by Anthony. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. McCollum outside. Pass to Lillard. There's the 3. That shot missing. So New York will take it the other way. Pull up Jay. Here's Randall. Nurkic with the block.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Knicks trail by 7. Barrett wide open. He fires. And the shot is long.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
It's stolen by Barrett. Shoots from 14. They get it back. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Now here's Payton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lillard scanning the floor. And there's the pass to Ariza. Anthony on the wing. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Barrett. Lays it up and banks it in.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Portland leading by 3. Now here's Lillard. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Now here's McCollum. Count it. McCollum's got 5 now.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And so Payton will bring it up for New York. It's a 5-point game. Dishes it to Robinson. Pass to Randall. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from Anthony.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Now here's Payton. No points in the game yet for him. Anthony against Randall. Excellent D there from Anthony.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's a man with bad intentions. Melo in attack mode.
Here's Payton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Pass to Barrett. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
We're in the middle of the season, Doris. Some teams now just beginning to find their stride, their rhythm. How do they now maintain it?
Yeah, I think at this point of the year, you've established your rotation. Players know when they're going to come in, when they might be subbed out. I think it's about sort of finding, keeping, and maintaining that rhythm and execution that should be very, very well ingrained in your guys' habits.
I know you found you've played this way, but when you know your role, when you know the minutes and the rhythm, as we were just talking about, I think for a player that's huge. Am I correct?
You are. Know your role and star in your role.
Here's Payton. After the basket by Yusuf Nurkic.
Really crucial that Kevin Knox stay aggressive. The team wants him to be a legit scorer.
Lillard attacking. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And the Knicks with possession here. Following the score by Damian Lillard. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in, and a switch here also for New York. Smith is checked in. Randall finds Smith. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Ariza. D right on him. Takes the 13-footer. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Randall surveying the D. He dishes it to Barrett. Back to Randall. And the pass to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Smith outside. Off target from outside. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard outside. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Ariza outside. Jacks up a 3. Knicks with the rebound. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Barrett. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
And it's good, 2 points. And it's 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
You know what, Greg? I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
Now Ariza. After R.J. Barrett's 3-pointer that didn't go.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, the Knicks knew that offense would be an area for improvement coming into the season.
Well, Greg, they were dead last in offense in several metrics last year, most notably field goal percentage. So some of it is personnel, some of it is shot selection.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Portland. Hood comes in for Damian Lillard. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Knicks trail by 10. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
A chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 11th in field goal percentage, 12th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado, and more often than not, he prevails. Now McCollum following the three-point attempt by Dennis Smith. Here's Whiteside. That one wide left.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Passes it to Nurkic. Outside Hood. Lets the three fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And here's Bullock after Rodney Hood was able to get the triple. Portis kicks to Morris. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Hezonja. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Chalk up two there. Hood's got 5.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
New York calls timeout. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And this game will be half of the contest they'll play against each other this year.
It's an interesting matchup. Two teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
Zach Collins checked in for Nurkic. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. Certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Smith against McCollum. They need this one. And it's Smith missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Right side, no good. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 15-point game. Pass to Smith. Back to Morris. Outside Portis. Smith right side. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Trailblazers leading by 15. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hezonja. Put on the wing. Shoots over Bullock. That one misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. 1:20 left in the first quarter of the game. Portis trying to free himself. Bullock good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Portland's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And now here's Hezonja. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Up again, and Whiteside stays right with it. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Bullock with it, covered by Hood. Portis in the post, working on Collins. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Morris outside. 5 to shoot. In the corner, Smith with it.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Here's Collins, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Smith, no luck. The pass to Hazania. Portland, no good that time either. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Right back after this break. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Collins is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's McCollum. And it's Hazonia in at the 3. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Smith's shot is good.
Well, timing and rhythm, such a big part of shooting. Dennis Smith Jr., pretty look.
You talk about a player who is a consummate pro, Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player, and in between the lines and out, you can count on Taj Gibson.
And so here is New York, down by 12. Passes it to Bullock, and stolen by Hood. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance.
Well, Rodney Hood has outstanding defensive instincts and effective at mucking things up and coming away with some thefts.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Smith, the pass to Morris. Now Gibson, and stolen by Hazonia. To the middle. McCollum, no good. Knicks trail by 14. To the inside. Shots good by Gibson.
Well, this is a real strength of Taj Gibson's game. Efficient low post scoring. That's nicely done.
Smith against McCollum. Outside Hood. Back to McCollum. Portland moving the ball over. And they pick up 2. Little's got his second bucket tonight. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Smith dishes to Morris. Back to Smith. Banked in off the glass. Smith's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Hood, the pass to Hazanya. Over Morris. And Hazanya gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Pass to Portis. Here's Morris, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Nasir Little picks one up.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
Free throw good for Morris. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Doris, and you always get great answers from them too, so there's a great rapport there, I can see.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The Knicks making a switch here. Knox is checked in. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Pass to Robinson. Now the pass to Barrett. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range. And the Knicks miss again. Portland leading by 14. Lillard bounce pass. It's taken away by Payton. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Robinson against Lillard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim, Doris, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
Nurkic checked in for Collins. Second free throw, no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, mark of a great offensive player,
2 shots.
gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Outside, Robinson. Passes it to Randall. Payton up top. Inside, here's Robinson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Little passes to Anthony. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats from McCollum.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
That free throw good from Anthony. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
5 on the clock. Knox misses. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Lillard up top, covered by Payton. Ariza outside for the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Knicks trail by 18. Payton right side, and the dunk by Payton.
What a bonus to have a point guard who can throw it down like that. Go ahead, Elfrid Payton.
Lillard against Payton. Lillard outside. It's Ariza on the wing. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Lillard against Payton. Lillard outside. Put on the wing. Fires from deep. He's off on that one. Good D by Payton.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Makes it off the glass.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Lillard with it. He's got 6. Anthony right side. Back to Lillard. It's taken away by Payton. And a fast break now for New York. Randall's running, and he gets the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Portland's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Lillard against Payton. Now, here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Pass to Randall. Tries again, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Robinson.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Very crafty at carving up the defense. Give Trevor Ariza an avenue like this and you will regret it.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Knocks it loose and stolen by Lillard. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 7 rebounds in the game. Payton outside. Knocked away. Ariza with it. Now Payton defending. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's rebounded by Barrett.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Now Lillard. He's got 8. It's Ariza on the wing. Lets it go from 14. Good. He hits the jump shot. Ariza's got 6.
Well, so smooth, so easy in pick and roll. Ariza reads the defense and takes what they give him.
Payton kicks to Barrett. To the paint. Here's Knox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Kevin Knox, yet another player out of the University of Kentucky. We've seen so many enter the NBA from that program. What they love about Kevin Knox is his ability to score at all 3 levels.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Knox, the Knicks kept feeding him minutes, Doris, allowing him to learn on the fly.
Yes, because of the circumstance with his team, he got a lot of the offense running through him as the season progressed. And for Kevin Knox, he had ample room to grow and make mistakes, and that's critical to his development.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, you think about Kevin Knox, 1 year of collegiate basketball at the University of Kentucky before being picked 9th overall in 2018. Let's remember, he's young, but he seemed to be prepared for the bright lights.
And here is Payton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6.
Because of the level of athleticism and speed, it is difficult to stop Elfrid Payton. Nicely done.
Payton against Lillard. Pass to Whiteside. Anthony left side. Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Payton outside. Back to Knox. Robinson down low. He's covered by Whiteside. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. In 4th, the Trailblazers.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
First free throw is good. Well, you look at the length of Knox, Doris, his arm span, his frame. He can be a handful.
No doubt. Kevin Knox is able, because of that frame you talked about, to shrug off contact and muscle through most players. His reach allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. So in terms of the physical metrics, you love what this guy brings to the table.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it.
You know, you look at what a guy like Trevor Ariza can provide on the backside of his career. The numbers don't tell the story. This guy is a consummate professional.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Doris, you know, with Ariza, at this point, it's really about the intangibles.
Well, Kevin, you know that Ariza's going to bring it on the defensive end night in and night out. He's going to make his open shots, but the leadership, the energy, he is a former champion, and you love having that on your side.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Knox. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza.
Well, this guy was the 43rd pick in the 2004 NBA draft, and what a career for Trevor Ariza. An NBA championship with the Lakers 5 years after he's drafted.
Goes back up, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Portis.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Now, here's Lillard. 8 points for him.
And looking now at some numbers for C.J. McCollum. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. Averaging about 18 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
And the first one at the line is good.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. All free throws good from Lillard. 1:03 left in the first half. Knicks trail by 11. Smith surveying the D. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Collins. Three-pointer. Another shot. Whiteside, the pass to McCollum. And the rejection by Smith.
Wow, you don't see Dennis Smith Jr. block a shot every game, but man, he's got some vertical.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 10. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Now, here is Smith. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've reached halftime in this one. Trailblazers lead by 12. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 13 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
They did an awesome-erific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-erific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-erific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, it's good to be physical, but there's a line that you don't want to cross. You can't constantly give up free throw chances by fouling guys too aggressively. You have to get back in this game by staying poised, smart, and avoid fouling.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Robinson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Lillard against Payton. Here's Ariza. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. To the middle. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. They led by as many as 18 points. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Now here's Payton. He has 6. Down low, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And one of the top ball hawks in the game. Ariza's long arms and quick hands causing havoc.
90 seconds now into the second half. Payton against Lillard. The pass to Knox. The feed to Robinson. Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
And you look at McCollum, and at number 4 on the list, he's almost certain to take part in the contest this year. He's going to be excited to let those long-range shots fly in All-Star Weekend.
And the fans have been right to give him so much love. He's deadly from beyond, and he has to be in this contest this season.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And stolen by Lillard.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Knicks trail by 17. Passes to Knox. Lillard against Payton. Here's Knox. 7 points in the game. He gets it in there.
I'll tell you, what sound shot mechanics. Kevin Knox's jumper is wet.
Lillard against Payton. And Lillard gets to Ariza. The tray, and Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Ariza. Ariza's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
New York calls timeout. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at New York, they've had a very slow start to the season so far, down in the bottom half of the conference.
And right now for the Knicks, they've been stuck in a rut the entire season. We talk about teams maximizing their potential. Well, the opposite's been the case with this group.
I think, Greg, for them, it's obviously been very disappointing. And I get the sense it's starting to weigh on them night in and night out.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Julius Randle. The offensive rebound.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Trailblazers leading by 16. Ariza outside. Anthony dishes to Ariza. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Ariza's got 13.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Pass to Knox. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Ariza. And here's McCollum for 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
The Knicks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Pass to Barrett. Here's Knox. 9 points in the game so far. The 3. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Anthony, and he banks in the layup. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Payton after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. They need this, and that one, good. 10 points for Julius Randle.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And the pass to McCollum. Nurkic in the post. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 18. Kicks it to Nurkic over Robinson, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Beautiful offense. Lillard creates time and again down the floor, whether it be for himself or for his teammates.
By himself. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Randall after the Trailblazers pick up 2.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony, and that one, good. Anthony's got 12 in the game.
Now, just such a high percentage look, but with Melo, it's almost just a given. Tough to stop.
The Knicks have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Lillard against Payton. Some solid defense from Lillard. Portland's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
Gets the ball up the court immediately, and that pass to find the man cutting to the bucket couldn't have been timed any better.
New York shooting 41% for the game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Mario Hezonja comes in for Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Rodney Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And a new group in for the Knicks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Robinson. Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Elfrid Payton. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And New York making a change here. Gibson's checked in. Outside Hood. Pass to Hezonja from 12 feet out. Here's Whiteside. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Portis. Morris passes to Smith. And the 3 off target.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Hood on the wing. From the arc. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 9 assists now tonight.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Pass to Hezonja. Fires from 18. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And so it's New York with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. Now here's Bullock, covered by Hood. Just 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. And it's Bullock missing. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Morris with the rebound. And stolen by Hezonja. Shoots a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his third foul so far. To the inside. Here's Gibson. And that one drops. Gibson's got his second bucket of the night.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Lillard outside. Right side Hood. Shot clock at 6. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
And stolen by Whiteside. Hood finds Whiteside. And slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, there's no doubting Rodney Hood is a team player. This guy keeps his eyes moving to see if he can't find his guys.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Bullock dishes to Smith. Bullock with it. Back to Portis. New York moving it around. 6 to shoot. And here's Morris for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Hazonia, and finished off by Hazonia.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
The Knicks shooting for the game at 42%. Smith against Lillard. Smith kicks to Portis. No good, unable to end this run.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And finished off by Hazonia.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Smith against Lillard. Smith the pass to Morris. Traps in the tray. Morris has got 5.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Now here's Lillard. 18 points for him. Pass to Whiteside. Shoots over Portis. Whiteside, no good. New York's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Bullock kicks to Morris. To the and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch 4.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And the ability to stretch the floor from the power forward spot doors becoming almost a requirement. That's worked out well for Marcus Morris.
Boy, when he comes into the league, Kevin, 2011, he was viewed as that classic tweener. That at one point was a negative level. The game has now shifted his direction because of his versatility.
And Morris drops them both.
And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Outside Hood puts one up from 19. The Knicks pull it in. Gibson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Smith. No good. And so it's Portland with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins is out there with his own yell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Trent can't hit. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Out to Morris. Off target with his 3. Trailblazers shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Swanigan. Great D that time from Gibson.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Smith's shot is good.
Well, after netting 1 in the first half, that's the 2nd deep ball to go down for this guy.
Here's Simons. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. To the left wing. The pass to Hazanya. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have 2 candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
Now, here's Bullock. The dish to Gibson. Collins grabs the miss. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Simons. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now Smith. Morris outside. Puts it up from 12. Portland grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, that man is going for the jugular.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Unloads from 13. The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got 9 points here in the second half.
A great recognition from Dennis Smith Jr., creating the separation and shooting with confidence.
Passes it to Trent. Here's Collins. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
Here's Azania following the score by Dennis Smith. Shot by Collins, no good. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Knicks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Trier. That shot off, and the Trailblazers going the other way. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And here is Ellington. Pass to Dotson. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is a really, it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
Here's Simons. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Little's checked in. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Trier. He kicks to Ellington. New York needs to get off a shot. Dotson gets the bucket.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Simons. Pass to Trent. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ellington. Ellington hits them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Guys, some great passing from them.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Simons. There's the pass to Trent. Fires the 3. Ellington grabs the miss.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And again, it's the Knicks missing. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there, you're correct. Now, here's Collins over Randall. Shot by Collins, no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Here's Ellington, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ellington's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
Here's Simons. Here's Trent. No good on the triple.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
The shot's good from Ellington.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Simons. And stolen by Ellington. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Finishes the break with a slam.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Here's Simons. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
And the first one drops. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Swanigan. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. McCollum's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Damian Dotson. Barrett's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Payton in for Trier. Now here's Payton. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Passes it to Trent. Clock at 6. That's a 2 from Lillard. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Damian Lillard.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Payton's shot is off. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's McCollum off the drive. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Payton. Portland making their last shot. And stolen by Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And it's the Knicks with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here's Barrett to the middle. Randall lays it up off the glass.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. McCollum outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.